All
All
right.
right, Sam, we'll
I
get
might be stuck
going.
with you guys for a while as soon as everybody else gets up here. We'll see. You
All
guys
right,
might.
Sam, your first question will be from Chad Leistico.
Hi, Sam. Curious, a question that's kind of come up across college football is like, why play in bowl games? But obviously it's important to you. So can you kind of articulate why you wanted to play in this game on December 31st?
Kind of one more opportunity to play with my boys. I've been here 4 years. I've given this program a lot, and it's given me more than I'd ever dreamed of since I've gotten here. And it's just really important to me to play one more time, throw on the black and gold and lay it all out there. We were talking about it in the team meeting this morning. If you're not 100%, then 100% invested, then we don't want you out there, because we want the guys out there going as hard as they can. And if you're here, you're in and you're invested. So I'm here and I want to be here. So.
All right, Sam, next question's from Tom Caker.
Hey, Sam, I wanted to ask you about the quarterbacks. It's different quarterbacks right now for you. With what do you see from Joe and from Carson?
Yeah, he's kind of just getting his feet wet. Had the last couple of weeks to get acclimated, and I think he's feeling much more confident, especially in the huddle, the play calls, getting him in and out of the huddle. He's mobile, good on his feet, and we'll see what he can do. It's going to be fun.
Next question's from Scott Docterman.
Sam, how are you?
Doing well, Scott. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. I guess I want to know how things are coming along for you. Since the last time you got hurt, I guess the temperature is about the same as it is outside, but what all have you had to go through, and how does your leg feel right now?
Yeah, I think I'm 4 weeks out from surgery. I guess for people that don't know, I got my meniscus scoped, got it cleaned up. I tore it. But yeah, it's feeling good. I'm kind of getting acclimated back. I've been running around. It's feeling good. And 8 or 9 more days to the bowl. So yeah, I feel like I'm going to be 100%. I'm going to be ready to go.
All right, next question's from John Steppe.
Hey, Sam, how are you?
Good. How about yourself, John?
I'm good, thanks. What was that like in terms of missing the Nebraska game, missing senior day? I'm sure that would have been a game that you have liked to be out there for.
Yeah, it was tough. I think I was 2 or 3 days out from surgery, so it was kind of awkward. I had to walk across the field. I was in my sweatpants, and it was still really cool to go out there and give my parents the rose, but missing the game was tough. I was trying to be a supportive teammate, of course. I was kind of going back and forth between the field and the locker room, because I was actually keeping my knee in a compression machine, hoping that I could keep the swelling down for a possible chance to play in the Big Ten championship, which would have been kind of a crazy turnaround. It would have been like 10 days or something. But yeah, it was tough being on the sideline, but I was just trying to be a supportive teammate as always and help out the tight ends. So.
All right, Sam, next question's from Chad Leistico.
Going back to the Minnesota game, just kind of curious. It was hard for us to tell which play you hurt your knee on. Was it that spinning fourth down catch, or did it happen before that, do you feel like?
It was on the fourth down catch. I turned up and I kind of just felt something pop in my knee. And unfortunately at the time, somebody on their team actually was hurt. So there was a media timeout or an injury timeout. And it's like, yeah, my knee kind of clicked and it felt a little weird, and went back in for one more play and then didn't feel too good. So came out.
All right, any more questions for Sam?
Yeah, I got one. Sorry.
Yeah,
right.
I'll
Scott,
put one
go
up
ahead.
again.
Sorry, I forgot to raise my hand here. I'm getting sloppy in the post-COVID days. Sam, have you had many conversations with agents, just kind of interviewing to see what you want to do come January 1st and beyond? Or have you got somebody lined up and you're just waiting to kind of sign once the bowl game's over with?
I'm really just focusing on the bowl game at the moment, Scott. I'm not trying to give you a completely plain answer, but I've really been focusing on my rehab. And last week I was finishing up with finals, and just trying to get back to playing this bowl game is really where all my effort is focused at the moment. Anything beyond that, January 1st and on, is kind of in the near future, and I'm not really paying too much attention to that, but I think I'm squared away. So.
All right, Chad.
We saw you hosting Eric All at the basketball game not too long ago, and
Yep.
obviously you've seen Luke Lachey really blossom in your absence. I know it's only been 7 quarters, but the guys played great. So it seems like you guys, as a tight ends room, maybe take great pride in kind of passing that down. I guess, what do you see in Luke going forward and what he's done in your absence? And, what was your sales pitch to Eric All, who obviously signed on to join this team next year?
Yeah, starting with Luke. I mean, Luke has just taken tremendous strides since he's came in here as a freshman. Kind of a lanky, gangly kid. He was only like 220 pounds. Now he's walking around. He's all filled out. He's got a beard right now. So it's just really cool to see the strides that he's taken since he's gotten here. And kid, he's always asking questions, and I ask him for advice now too. It's awesome. But I'm really excited for him, and I think he has a bright future. Then with Eric, I don't know how much of a sales pitch it really was. He loves Cade. I think he was a roommate with Cade at Michigan. He said something to me. He's like, "You had 53 catches this year?" I was like, yeah. And I think I had 50 something last year too. And he goes, "Yeah, I had like 50 in my entire career at Michigan." I was like, I don't know, man. I guess we get the ball to the tight ends. So he liked what he heard, and I'm really excited for Eric as well. He's a great guy. I think he'll fit in well.
Next question's from John Steppe.
How much did it mean to you to be a John Mackey finalist?
Yeah, it kind of caught me by surprise. I mean, I don't really pay much attention to stats or, I don't know, the hype really going around the country, but I thought it was really cool. I found out the morning that I had won the Qual Clark as well. So it was just like kind of a big morning for me and the team. And it was really cool. It's just like I came back for my senior year, and I had really high expectations for myself and high expectations for the team, and getting to achieve some of those individual goals that I set for myself. It meant a lot, and just hard work paying off, I guess.
All right, next question is from Scott.
Sam, how much did playing X help you to kind of develop as a route runner this year, and maybe going forward, how will that kind of help you as you start navigating the next process? Just because you had a lot of film, you could show doing a lot of different things while you're at Iowa.
Scott, I feel terrible because that was a long question, but you were a little fuzzy at the beginning. But now you're much more clear. I'm not
okay.
Sure.
That's all right.
What about playing X, you said? And
just how did that help you kind of develop as a route runner? Because it's a different style of route. And then also, how will that help you, as you start putting your film together and showing people what you can do when you get a real paycheck here going forward?
I think versatility is a word that comes to mind when I think of playing tight end. A guy that's out there on every single down. He might be blocking on first and second down and making a big catch on third down. And playing X wasn't really much. It wasn't much new to me in terms of the concepts. I knew all the routes on the field, and it was just a matter of going out and getting reps at it and practicing it, really. So come game time, I mean, I've been in 1x3 formations before, being on the single side or being at number 1 in the 3x1 formation. It just was going out and practicing and actually doing the reps. So I hope it shows that I'm versatile moving forward, and shows that I can really play any spot on the field, I guess.
All right, Tom.
Sam, what have you seen from Addison Ostringa and some of the other young tight ends in this developmental period during the bowl prep?
Yeah, Addison and the other tight ends as well. They're really bright kids, big futures ahead of them. They're really just trying to take in as much information as they can right now. Bowl prep and especially spring ball are just great developmental times, as you said. Guys really take tremendous strides, and they get to dive deeper into the playbook and understand concepts in more full ways, and just really detail the nitty-gritty details of routes and concepts and things like that. So guys are taking big strides, especially the young guys in the tight end room. We're excited for them.
All right, John.
For you personally, how much has this bowl period, these bowl practices, how helpful have they been for your development?
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to get back first off, get my knee right, and get it ready to play in the game, and then kind of understanding concepts. I'm out there a lot getting the physical reps. Sometimes that's not as good as being able to stand back 15 or 20 yards and see the entire field. It's kind of the difference of like being out there and having tunnel vision and only seeing what's right in front of your face, as opposed to being able to understand the concepts and what's going on across the entire field. So I've been taking in a lot of information too. It's been good for me.
All right. I think that's all the questions. Thank you for your time, Sam.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. See you soon.